My name is Elena, and something very fun is going to happen here. We have a special animal ambassador that's going to come join us out here on our stage. She's newer to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and she's just learning how to be on stage. So as people come in, I'll probably caution them to not shuffle their feet or make big noises, because, you know, we're scary. We're enormous. Even a 6-year-old is rather large for a cute little critter like you're about to meet. Now you're going to see some neat things. You'll see those 3 little pumpkins and little dishes. Her trainers have put especially delicious snacks in there. Opossums have really good sense of smell. We got a small audience, but I'm still using the microphone because I don't yell well. Yeah. Everybody, if you can hear my voice and you see me over here, there's a tall lady waving at you from the shade. You're welcome to come on over here. It's an opportunity to up close and personal see a very special ambassador animal. You'll definitely see her better from over here, and you're welcome to go back over there and pet the goats afterwards. But when you're coming in, we want to keep it nice and quiet for her because she's new. So she's just learning how to be on stage. So you guys are going to actually be part of her training team. So all of y'all, we're going to enlist your help to help little Miss Applesauce have a good experience. Any guesses on what type of animal we're looking at? You said an opossum. Yes, she is an opossum. So Karen's lived here for about a year. It takes a long time to get animals acclimated to life as an animal that goes out on stage, and she's doing extremely well. Now you'll notice that her trainer, Nicole, is standing there with a target. She's got a pouch. It's full of special treats. And Applesauce, like many of our animals, all the way from elephants down to snakes, have been trained. If they touch their nose to a target or a ball on a stick, they'll hear a clicking sound, and that means a treat follows right after that. So that target's a great way to teach any animal, your cat, your dog, a horse, or an opossum, to go from point A to point B. And that way, we can train them to step on scales, to stand still for the veterinarian. We can ask them to stand up and put their hands on a bar so the vet can palpate them, do x-rays, ultrasound. Very valuable too, so welcome everybody. I'm going to enlist you guys as co-animal trainers. We're all going to keep her nice and mellow for our brand new resident Applesauce. She is an opossum. She's called a Virginia opossum. So this is the only marsupial native to North America. There are about 100 types of opossums in the New World. So we're talking Latin America and all the way to Canada. But this is the only one that is native to North America. Now, marsupials, most people are familiar. What does a marsupial have that we don't? A pouch. Yep, that pouch is very valuable. So she's a cool little critter. She's nocturnal. Guys, as you're coming in, we're going to keep it nice and quiet. You guys are special animal helper trainers. So we're going to teach Applesauce, who's new here, that it's safe and it's comfortable to be out here with all the people on this exciting stage. This is very enriching for Applesauce. I'm going to move over here so I'm not in your way of looking at her beautifulness. So for some people over here, you won't get a view for a minute until she ascends the log. But opossums are nocturnal, like I said. Anybody know what that means? Awake at night, primarily. In the winter, sometimes you'll see them awake during the day because they're hungrier. There's less food available in winter. So Applesauce is using her keen sense of smell. So as a nocturnal animal, that sense of smell or hearing are going to be very acute senses, very strong senses. And she also has little whisker-like hairs all around her muzzle and her face. They're called, this is a hard word for me, I am not good at Latin, vibricidae. But basically they feel vibration. So, people over here can now appreciate her adorable face. So she's out at night moving around, and she's looking for things like snails, lizards, bugs. They eat up to 5,000 ticks a year. So these guys are your friend. If you've got one under your house, hey, guys, come on in and have a seat if you want to hang out with Applesauce. We're going to be nice and mellow for her because she's new here. So we want to help her feel safe and good. But yeah, so she spends her evenings or her nights walking around looking for ticks and snails and venomous snakes. So these guys are wonderful to have. If you live in a place like me, I have woods. I like venomous snakes. But if she chooses to eat one, hey, that's okay too. So every time you heard Nicole click, she was telling Applesauce, good. That clicker is a way for all of us to say good uniformly. I speak very quickly, and my good sometimes is really just unintelligible. Some people might have a southern drawl, and their good's going to sound a little different. So that clicker is one distinct way for those animals to know, aha, I did the right thing, and I'm going to get a treat. So Applesauce is learning all kinds of new stuff. You guys, come on in. You can have a seat, or you can stand and stare at her. Either way, it's fine. But this is Applesauce. She's a new resident, so you're actually helping us be animal trainers today. So she's learning how to feel safe and comfortable out on her new stage area. It's fun for her. This is enriching. It's exciting. Sometimes when it's not showtime, Applesauce will come out with her trainers, Miss Rachel and Miss Nicole, and she gets to explore and check out the world and feel safe and comfortable. Animals love learning new things, just like people. So opossums are our friends. They eat lots of yucky things like 5,000 ticks a year, venomous snakes, which we love. I love snakes. But they do eat venomous snakes. Oh, look at her using her good sniffer. As a nocturnal animal, that sense of smell, those whiskers are very important. Does anyone have a question? Have I been blabbing and blabbing? Yes, ma'am, a question.
If she's nocturnal, are we keeping her up right now?
Outstanding question. If she's nocturnal, are we keeping her up? So we do manage a lot of nocturnal animals here. Now, nocturnal animals don't mean that they're not like Dracula, where they cannot see sunlight. These guys can actually go out during the day. That UV exposure is fine for them. And she is, animals don't sleep like us. You know how we conk out for 8 hours if we're lucky a night? Animals will sleep here and there. They catch a brief nap. But yeah, for her, she would be awake on and off throughout the day, especially if she had a pouch full of joeys or babies. They might want a nurse. She might be looking for more food because she's got to support her kids. So the females are called Jills. Males are called Jacks, which I think is kind of fun. And babies are called Joeys. And these guys are superb mamas. Hi, you guys, welcome. Come on in. You want to help us train our new opossum named Applesauce? All you have to do is sit here quietly and let her understand that the world is a safe place and that people are fun to hang out with in front of, and show off all your good sense of smell. Look at her gobbling that up. She's having some Halloween fun for y'all. She's trick-or-treating. How about any other questions so far? Anything you want to know about opossums? Any burning questions? No? Has anyone ever seen opossum on the side of the road that looks dead? Have you ever seen that? Yeah, you have. So have I, where I live especially. Now, opossums have an involuntary response. When they feel scared, a fox or a dog or a bobcat is coming after them and going to attack them, they cannot control it. They basically faint. They become catatonic. They bare their teeth, and all kinds of slobber comes out of their mouth, and they have glands, anal glands, the nether region area, that are very pungent smelling, and they release a terrible, awful smell. What that tells that predator is, ugh, I was looking for a warm meal, not some stinky old thing like that, and they'll leave them alone. And these guys might be catatonic for 4 hours. So the best thing to do, if you ever encounter an opossum that you suspect might be dead, but maybe not, it's called a wildlife rehabilitator. Those people are trained in caring for all of our native wildlife that get injured or hurt. So they're outstanding for keeping our native animals safe and well here in North America. So again, for those of you who are just arriving, you're going to notice, you'll see Karen has a crate in the background. I don't know if you can see her little kennel, but that's in case she gets overwhelmed. But you guys are the nicest audience for her. You're fantastic fellow trainers. So she obviously isn't nervous, but that would be in case she wanted to go home very quickly. Normally we don't have that out here. So Karen lives backstage. She's got a fabulous indoor home for when the weather is yucky. And then she has a fabulous outdoor home with all kinds of wonderful things to climb, because these guys are arboreal, things to hide under, because they're also terrestrial, and they actually are adequate swimmers, believe it or not. So they're pretty neat animals. Now they have that tail, it's prehensile, which means, anybody know? Yeah. When they're young, they're stronger. Yeah, they're prehensile. Like a finger, yeah. So parrots and macaws have a prehensile tongue, so do giraffes. You notice how they grab food and put it in their mouths? A lot of animals have prehensile facial parts that help them to navigate the world, but some animals have prehensile tails, like spider monkeys and opossums. Now, these guys, they can use their tail for balancing in trees and stuff. When they're little and they're lightweight, they can hang a little bit better, but it's like a fifth hand, to hold on to stuff.
So it's not like the cartoon.
Not like the cartoons, just like porcupines cannot shoot their quills, thank goodness. And I'm very glad that ostriches can't fly, if you've ever seen what comes out of an ostrich. Karen went home. So did you notice that Nicole asked her very politely, calmly. She followed her. She was very, what is that, demure?
Very
quiet.
cutesy, very mindful.
Very mindful.
Very
She
demure.
quietly walked home into her crate, and now she's going to go backstage. She entered her outdoor enclosure. But she did outstanding, and you guys are a superb audience. Yay, give yourselves a hand. Amazing people and wonderful applesauce.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
All right, everybody. Anybody others questions? I will keep on yakking at you. I want to thank you all very much, and I hope you have a magical day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Woo, woo, woo.